here's something to look forward to next year. Country star Lee Brice brings his Sunriser Tour across Canada, including 2 dates, April 16th and 17th at the Grey Eagle Event Centre. Joining us is Lee Brice. Lee, it's great to see you today.
Good to see y'all.
Listen, it's been a few years since you've performed in Canada. What are your thoughts on coming back here once again?
Oh, man, I cannot wait. I mean, the very first time I ever played in Canada, I had a song on the radio, not even in the top 40, so nobody knew my name. But when I got to Canada and we played this festival, y'all wrapped your arms around me, and it was the greatest time I'd ever had. I thought, how can these people be so rabid about their country music? They don't even know me, and have never let me down ever since. So we really do look forward to coming back every single time. So we're really looking forward to coming back, headlining this tour and having Brett and Grace, and it's going to be really great.
Yeah, you have a Canadian, Brett Kissel, opening for you on some of these dates. I understand he came to your place just the other day to plan things out. How did that go?
Yeah, just yesterday. I mean, we kind of wanted to, make a couple videos and so that we could, keep promoting stuff. But, he's just been such a great guy since I've known him, and he's so talented. Man, really, he says, man, I've been looking up to you for years, but I mean, I swear I watch him and I go, man, I'm learning a lot of stuff from this guy too, and just a great guy. We hung out, we rode around the farm, we sat in the studio. Grace came over and we all got to hang out. So it was really nice. We just know that this tour is going to be, it's going to be three friends out there having a great time.
Yeah, sounds really wonderful. Okay, Lee, let's go through some of the songs that people can expect to hear and see in your concert. Let's take a look at the first one here.
I find a field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yes, sometimes I drive your truck.
Lee, I love that song. It gets me every time, particularly since it's based on a true story, right?
Yeah, it is. It's based on a true story, and that true story got told exactly in that song. But yet I kind of took my own thing from that song, my own personal thing, and I figured everybody else would. And looking at this video, it's crazy because that's my brother driving, my younger brother driving that truck, and that was on this farm that I did not know was this farm. 10 years later, I bought the farm that I did that video on, and I didn't even know that it was the same farm, because all you do when you do a video is you wake up, you walk out, you shoot the shots, you do all the things, and then you leave. But I came back and 10 years later realized the farm that I bought was the farm that I shot that video on.
Wow, what a small world indeed. Okay, let's take a look at another hit here.
They called him crazy when he quit his job. They said them home computers, boy, they'll never take off.
Came to you, what was your response?
My producer, normally a producer will try to maybe push songs on you if they're trying to teach you or grow you or whatever it is, and try to get their songs on your project. My producer never did. One time he came to me and said, hey, I wrote a song today. Before I pitch it to anybody else, I just want you to hear it. And when he played me this song, especially with this big lifting thing that happens in that chorus, Love Like Crazy, I fell in love with it because I grew up like a big Edwin McCain fan. I'll be your crying shoulder. And so I fell in love with the song. And I put my vocal on it, and I knew it was going to be the first part of my career.
I've always wondered about the market for songs in Nashville, in that when a really good song comes to you, you have to seize it, in that if you pass on it, it might go to Kenny or Luke or Keith or whoever, right?
Absolutely. And I have had songs come to me that I knew were hits, but maybe they didn't fit me, personally, or maybe in that moment in my life. And so that does happen. But yeah, when and I Drive Your Truck comes along, or a Love Like Crazy comes along, or Drinking Class comes along, you kind of just go, here we go. I mean, I was so fortunate to have some songs like that come along in my life. Even though I love to write 95% of my songs, but some of the biggest ones have been the ones that I have found outside, and I am so open to it because in Nashville is the best songwriters in the world.
Okay, speaking of songs you've written and songs that are very personal to you, let's have a listen to I Don't Dance.
'Cause you took these 2 left feet and waltzed away with my heart. No, I don't dance.
And to be clear, that is your wife in the video, right?
Yeah, that is my wife, and that is our actual wedding footage. And that is shot at the Ryman all alone. Nobody else was in there. That was a special, special song, and to this day, it's my favorite song to be able to play live because whether she can be there or not, I get to give her a piece of that little dream, you know, that I started back then.
And a number of people have used this song for their first dance at their wedding. That must be very meaningful to you.
It is, yeah. I find that a lot. You know, a lot of people will say that, hey, we used our song at your wedding, and I think it's I Don't Dance most of the times, and it is. But every now and then somebody will be like, we used Hard to Love. I'm like, okay.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Let's have a quick look at Hard to Love.
I'm hard to love, oh, I don't make it easy. Well, I couldn't do it if I stood where you stood.
So how did that song come together?
Man, that was one where I was looking to go write a few more songs for a project, and I had my best friends come with me, and we went down to the beach for about 5 days, and we just wrote songs that were in my van and in my world. And I was separated. I was in with a couple of my buddies, and then my other friends were in another room. We were writing 2 songs, and I went in to make a ham sandwich, and my friends in the other room were writing this song, and I thought, well, y'all do know me very well, huh? And I kind of threw out a bridge at them, you know, while I finished my ham sandwich and went back outside. But having people that know you and that are your true friends, it's nice to have that. And so I knew that song was a hit as soon as they were writing it.
I love how it was literally a ham sandwich.
Right in the middle of it.
Okay, we have to have one duet in here. Let's have the work that you did with Carly Pearce.
I'm a wreck, I'm a mess, and I ain't got nothing left. And so I hope you're happy now.
Okay, so how do duets get arranged in Nashville? Is it like a matchmaking thing where she has a terrific voice and it works with your voice, we're going to team you up?
No, I got a call one day and said, hey, would you ever be interested in doing a duet with Carly? And I said, well, I mean, yeah, I love her work. I love who she is. But I said, it kind of depends on the song. And apparently she wrote it with Luke Combs, actually. And apparently she told me, when I was writing it, she said, all I could do is hear your voice on it. And so I asked my management to get a hold of you and ask if you would even be up for it. And then the song came in, and it was like this 90s throwback. It felt country to me, and I thought, hey, I don't know if people want to accept that kind of country anymore. Hopefully they do. I said, but either way, I love it. I said, so I'm in. And so I did that vocal on that song on my bus out in California because I couldn't get back in time to do it with them. And so my studio and my bus worked out pretty good that day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that song too. And Luke Combs just wasn't interested in doing a song that he had co-written?
No, I think a lot of times it comes to timing. And so when you have an album out and you're in between albums, or you're, whatever that may be. And so she was ready to put the song out, and he was kind of in that in-between stage. He couldn't put music out. He had just put some music out. So it kind of worked out for me, and he was happy for me to be on there. I think he was young and growing up watching me sing. And so maybe it was hopefully it was I did it right for him, and if he ever looked up to me at all. So I think it turned out really awesome.
Yeah, it certainly did. Okay, before we go, a rapid round of questions for you here. All right.
Uh-oh.
First of all, best gig you've ever played?
Might have been the Ryman on my You, Me, and My Guitar tour this past year. The Ryman, it was 2.5 hours, and it was just me and my guitars and my story of my life.
Okay. Worst gig you ever played?
Well, probably one down in Texas, and before I reined in that crowd and had to work for them, because I love them in Texas. But you got to work for them. I went and did a gig at about 3 p.m. and it was about 106 degrees, and there were 4 people in the audience, and that was my manager. That was my manager, and like 2 other friends of ours, like, that worked for the label. So we played our set and played it like as hard as we could, but you realize how much work we had to do at the time.
Okay, one last question here. Name a cover song from 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, whenever, in any genre, pop, country, rock, whatever, that has not been turned into a cover song, and you're just desperate to do it.
Oh man, I don't know about desperate, but I can think of a lot of songs. But a cover song, maybe something by Coldplay, like The Scientist, or something beautiful like that would be so cool to get into. But I love that, The Scientist. I could name 100 right now, but that one kind of popped in my head. I think Elton John said it was the most beautiful song he'd ever heard.
I don't suppose you remember the chords right now, do you?
Oh, I mean, it was like, come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry, known at the start. So nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard.
That's a terrific song.
So
you know
it's
what?
Beautiful.
Coldplay doesn't get enough respect.
They do not. They're an amazing, hard-working band.
All right, Lee, best of luck on the new album that you're working on, and best of luck on the tour coming to Canada. Thanks very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you for having me. We'll see y'all soon.
You betcha. Lee Brice's Sunriser Tour comes to Calgary April 16th and 17th at the Grey Eagle Event Center. For tickets, head to leebrice.com.